morning, and it's so good to be with you all this morning, and we have some active little critters with us. I'm Nancy Kaysen. I'm one of your hosts today. Brene Beatty sitting over here is another one of your hosts. Retired. See, I plugged Red Ribbon. Yeah. Retired. And Maria Gilly.
Yes.
See, I have to go to the country music singer's name. Is here with us today, so we're going to start the show off. This is Adopt a Senior Month.
Yes.
And Brene and I are up for adoption, if anybody is interested. No, this is Adopt a Senior Dog Month. And so over here with Brene is Earl. And Earl is an 8-year-old pit
mix.
Yes. And Otis is probably about a year old and very active.
He's a hound mix.
And he's a hound mix. So Maria, Maria is from Cleveland for a no-kill and city. Cleveland for a no-kill city. And so tell us a little bit about these two, wonderful animals that we have today.
Earl is, I said, between 7 and 8 years old. He is a pit mix. He was actually an owner's surrender that was brought in a couple days ago into animal control.
And he's a sweetheart.
He's a pretty
excited.
If you're interested in adopting him, his number is 738, and the shelter opens today at 11, and they're open till 5 o'clock.
Very
good.
He
needs a good home.
And also, if you're interested, you can give Cleveland for a No-Kill City a call. Our number is 464-6070.
And I actually went on your Facebook page. Yes. Thank you. I'm so glad you're proud of me for doing that. And I actually did that yesterday. Yesterday, I went up there, and my goodness, there are just dogs and dogs and dogs. And I don't think Otis was on there. Well, he might have been on there yesterday. There were so many dogs on there that it was awesome to try to look at all of the dogs. That's right, Otis. And so I think if you need a good guard dog, Otis might be the one. Okay. Now Otis is, what is Otis's dog number?
Otis is number 686. He's about a year old, and he is a hound mix. And I say probably has some beagle in him too, because he's really short like a beagle, and he barks like a beagle.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And he's very, very sweet. Very likes to be petted, and he likes to talk.
He has beautiful facial markings. His brown eyebrows and the brown on his face, everything's kind of just patterned after each other. It's like these twinned out there. And beautiful dog. Beautiful dog.
And he's actually one of our urgent dogs. His time is up on Halloween on October 31st is his available date. So
he needs a home desperately.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he is. He is urgent, folks, and we've talked about what urgent means. Urgent means that we need a home.
Yes.
We need a home, and we would prefer it to be a permanent home.
Yes.
So you see Otis is a little bit of a lap dog too. And does love to be petted on and does love to lick. Now, Maria, tell us a little bit about Cleveland for a No-Kill City.
Cleveland for a No-Kill City. We're just a group. Crazy dog people.
That's right.
And cat people.
Dogs.
And we just are trying to make our city a no-kill city. And we're trying to get the animals that are in the shelter adopted and out of there into forever homes. We have a Facebook page, which is Cleveland for a No-Kill City, where you can go and view pictures of all the dogs and cats that are in animal control daily. We do take new pictures every day. We also have a website, clevelandnokill.com, where you can find information as well about all our dogs and cats.
We don't know why, but Brene always gets these dogs. They want to sit in her lap, and that's fine. That is fine. And 70 pounds. 70, 75, 80 pounds. Okay. All righty. That's it. No, we're not coming over here. It's Brene that gets that dog every time. Okay, so.
He's a lover, and he needs a home too.
That's right. He's precious. And what we do like to tell you all about is that it's Cleveland for No-Kill City. We're trying to stop all euthanasia of dogs. We're trying to find homes for them. And cats. I'm sorry, Brene and I often don't say and cats. But and cats. And there are cats out at the shelter.
Oh, yes. There's lots of beautiful cats. And kittens.
And kittens. And puppies. How about puppies? Are we got puppies right now? No, we found homes for all the puppies.
Yep, so far.
So far.
We had a plethora of
Yes, we did.
Yes, we
We had a plethora
So
of puppies.
far, no puppies.
And if you all remember Red Bull that was on with us, who we could not get to turn around and face the camera. He kept showing his rear end. And it was a cute rear end, and his tail wagged constantly. Well, he found a permanent home in Connecticut. So then we have these transport people that get together and run up 81, 75, 65, whatever you're going, and they stop and drop off dogs wherever they're supposed to go. So Red Bull found a home. So we're doing pretty well, folks. We're batting close to 1,000 on these. So we need to find homes for these two. Yeah, exactly. So to call Maria. And you know, my mother told me years ago, do not ever follow children or dogs. Anytime you're going to sing, dance, whatever you're going to do, don't follow children or dogs. So we do have some more guests coming on in a few minutes that are going to have to follow these wonderful dogs. But if anyone is interested, that's right. Attaboy Otis. All right. What is a phone number they can call?
They can call Cleveland for No Kill City. Our phone number is 423-464-6070.
Okay. And the Facebook page. Now, boy Otis, I found it pretty easily yesterday when I decided to Google it up, but it's a little different from your website.
Yeah, the website is clevelandnokill.com. Facebook is Cleveland for No Kill City.
And you can go on there, and folks, just scroll down, and I'm telling you, there's just every shape and size of doggy that you would want, they have. And they're wonderful. And Otis is very excited about being on with us today, if you can tell. And
there's nothing like adopting a senior.
Absolutely.
They are so grateful.
And most of them are already either house trained or leash trained, and they've been spayed or neutered. And one thing about Cleveland for a No Kill, explain how we do this. It's $50 to get the dog, but that includes
$50 includes their first set of vaccines, deworming, spay, or neuter.
All right. So the $50, you don't pay for the dog with $50. You pay for medical things. And folks, you know, it appears that I have lost complete control of this show. So if it's okay with the producer, we're going to go to commercial right now, and we'll be back with our first guest that's going to follow the dogs. Okay? Don't go away. We will be right back.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
And we are back. And we are calm, and we promise that our next guest is not going to behave like that.
You cannot climb in my lap. I think I need to revisit my contract because I was following the dog.
We are so thrilled to have Connie
Yes, we
Gatlin with
are.
us today, Cleveland Ballet and Bangarang Productions, and she has something exciting that's happening this weekend.
Thank you very kindly. Yes, it's delightful to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about kids in the arts. Always important.
Even following dogs.
Even if I have to follow the dogs, and they were here. We can tell them.
They were here.
This is the Cleveland City Ballet, a Bangarang production of their Christmas ballet. We do a Christmas ballet each year, and it is Act 1 is the Nativity. We came up with this idea 3 or 4 years back, and we dance the birth of Christ from the prophecy of Isaiah all the way through to the Magi. Dancers, music selections have been chosen, and some of the music selections are typically Christmas things, and others are not. They're different. So Miss Monica Ellison, who is our lead ballet instructor, is an excellent ballet instructor. We are so blessed to have her in the entire region. Monica's degree in dance is from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, and that is one of the country's finest
it's a top
dance
school.
Yes, it is. So we have her, and she imparts such technique and vision and artistry to the children. We're just delighted to be able to bring this to the stage for all the family, for all the community. Christmas Cheer is the Act 2, and it's traditional Christmas favorites in jazz and tap form. So we have the Nativity done in the ballet, and we have jazz and tap in Act 2. This is happening Friday evening at 7 o'clock and Saturday matinee at 2. Friday and Saturday. We're doing it in the new Bradley High School Fine Arts Center.
And it's a lovely facility.
It's a lovely facility. It is one that is very comfortable seating and plenty of seating. So tickets will be available at the door.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, good. Yeah. Tickets will be available at the door, and it's just delightful. We have teeny tiny little dancers.
Those are always
teeny.
so
Oh, it just lifts your heart.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen with the teeny tinies.
Yes.
But we love them.
Yes, and if you're the parent of one of those, you don't relax until their part of the show is over.
They're off the stage and back in your arms, absolutely.
Okay, now I'm just thrilled about this Nativity. Just tell us a little bit more about it. I think that sounds absolutely wonderful. And this is the second or third year you've done this?
This is our third year.
Okay.
And each year, Monica has tweaked it a bit, rotated some of the numbers. Sometimes a number is performed by a duet or a trio or an entire group. The ballet moves from the prophecy of Isaiah, that begins us, and then from there we move to Gabriel appearing to Mary.
Oh.
That happens with the music Mary Did You Know? Then the angel appears to Joseph, and this happens to the music The Offering by Michael W. Smith.
Wow.
Folks won't know what that is, but when you see it and hear it together, you will understand. The Journey to Bethlehem is a piece called Freedom by Michael W. Smith. The Heavenly Star, The Baby, At the Manger, and then we're at the manger with the traditional Christmas hymn, What Child Is This? Then we have angels appearing to the shepherds. There's a piece called Gloria by Jeffrey Payne and Jeffrey Crellin. Shepherds at the Manger with all of our ballet 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s.
Oh, how cute.
And they all come out and be a part of the Shepherds at the Manger. This is a Wyndham Hill piece. And then we have the Magi. We have 3 of our senior dancers performing to a thing called The Color of Music by Frederick Trice. This is just music that we've explored and found and seems to work together beautifully. The celebration is the finale of the Nativity, and it is a thing called Sing Glory to God by Travis Cottrell.
Now, this is so wonderful because this is going to kick off the Christmas season for everybody. I just think it's phenomenal. How in the world, you are one of the most creative people I know, but how in the world did you come up with, let's just put the Nativity into a ballet?
Well, the Nutcracker is the traditional ballet Christmas thing. But one of our instructors is Mr. Frank Hay, who's the ballet master for Chattanooga Ballet. So we don't want to compete with them. We have dancers who perform with Chattanooga Ballet, a number of them. So, you know, just one of those things you kick around, and woke up one morning and I thought, the Nativity, we can dance the whole thing from Isaiah to the Magi. And it's the greatest story ever told.
It is.
And we're so thankful that the idea came. We're so thankful for all the music pieces. And in the next couple of years, we'll probably add to these music pieces, maybe change one or two out. But we're so thankful for the idea and for Monica's creativity and her choreography, and thankful to be able to share this with the families of our dancers and the community at large.
And like I say, I just think it's a wonderful way because it's what Christmas is all about.
That's what
we can bring Santa in all we want to, but this is what Christmas is all about. So I think it's just wonderful that you all have put the Nativity to music and to ballet.
Well, thank you, Nancy.
And I'm just visualizing it right now. I have not seen it. Friday night at 7.
Yes.
Saturday at 2.
Yes.
Now, tell us about how much the tickets are.
Tickets are $12.
Okay.
They've been $12 for as long as I've been there. We just try not to increase any of that, economy being what it is. So we just maintain that one ticket price of $12, and that helps us to pay for the use of the theater, of course, for costumes. The children don't buy costumes for this production. They have to buy their costumes in the spring. So I prefer that the studio just absorbs the cost of the costumes.
Well, bless your heart.
So the parents don't have to, have the burden of two. The cost of the production and the cost of publicity and that sort of thing. That's what's covered by our tickets.
And then there'll be a brief intermission,
and
we'll go into the part 2.
Christmas cheer.
Okay,
yes,
that
things
already sounds
we're
good.
delighted to share. We're doing Silver Bells to a great saxophone jazz interpretation.
Oh, wow.
Yes, John Tesh is the artist. We Are Santa's Elves, and it's our acro babies, and they are 4 and 5 and 6, and they tumble, and they're just what elves ought to be.
Oh, how cute! How cute!
Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a jazz number. Mariah Carey is the artist. Jingle Bells, the traditional Duke Ellington series.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and that's our advanced jazz dancers. We have Little Saint Nick, and that's another jazz rendition. We have Winter Wonderland with our tap for and advanced tappers, and it's a beautiful thing. Tap is such an interesting art dance form. I'm always amazed just to watch those feet fly.
I love tap. My mother used to have to watch Lawrence Welk. We had to watch Lawrence Welk every time. Once a week we watched Lawrence Welk. And my favorite part of Lawrence Welk was the tap dancers.
Absolutely.
I love those old 1940s Busby Berkeley movies where everybody's going together and you just look at the feet.
Absolutely.
And who was there was Lightning. What was that guy's name? I can't remember it, but boy, his feet he just danced all over the place.
Well, in the last few decades, there have been 2 or 3 specialized movie films just about tap artists. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating thing, and we have a great tap instructor, Patty Greco, and these kids in fourth level and advanced tap, you're going to enjoy seeing their feet fly.
Wow.
And then the final number is, we have Tap 2 as well as our advance. The next one is Holly Jolly Christmas with Tap 2, and they're little guys as well. They're little guys, but they're learning this whole tap thing. Yeah. And then for 5 or 6 years, we've been performing a Rockette-style number that was choreographed by one of our teachers 4 or 5 years ago. And we have the girls dressed in Rockette-similar activities, and the dance is very similar to the Rockette style. And that finalizes our
that sounds like a
Can we mention anything about the Rockettes?
Oh, I would love to.
Go ahead and mention about the Rockettes. Let's talk about the Rockettes.
That's very kind, Nancy. Thank you so much.
No, I think it's exciting.
Abigail Gatlin who's related to me, would be my daughter.
Would be a daughter.
She's an adjunct faculty member for Cleveland City Ballet. Abigail grew up here, took dance here, studied in the summertime. She would study away from here, and this past May she did her 3rd audition, I think, for the Rockettes, and received an offer for a job in the Radio City Music Hall cast in New York.
Fantastic.
Tonight, Thursday night, they have their first performance for friends and invited guests, and then previews open Friday, and then next Tuesday is their opening, the actual opening.
Now this is their Christmas show.
This is the Radio City Music Hall Spectacular.
Okay,
yes.
All right. And you're not going to get to fly up there and see that, are you?
I won't be there for this first weekend, but I will be there for 10 days over Thanksgiving.
Oh, good. That's
so
wonderful.
I will see it several times,
Wonderful.
and we'll have Thanksgiving together. And in fact, her grandparents are also going to be there for that week.
Great.
So
how fantastic!
So we're going to have the holidays in the city this year. So
that'll
all
be
my
fun.
traditions are now moving to
Right,
the city.
right. And people who haven't done holiday in New York, you ought to just do it once. You really ought to do it once.
It is a very, very great time. The city is incredible. The window displays are true works of art. The skaters on the rink there at Rockefeller Center, and then of course the Rockettes. We're encouraging folks to go see. It is a once in a lifetime kind of experience. The dancers are just perfection itself, and they're all beautiful young women. A wide variety of actual numbers and dances, and then that entire show is closed out with a nativity.
Right.
Camels and donkeys and sheep. They're all parading up to this incredibly crafted manger that they, construct on stage there at the Radio City. And it is a beautiful, beautiful moment. So it's worth the price of a ticket.
It is. Yeah. It is. Flavis and I have been to New York during the Christmas holidays.
Yes. And
have seen the Rockettes. And, of course, that was before Miss Abigail
joined
the ranks, because it was several years ago. But, all right, let's get back one more time now to Friday and Saturday.
Tickets are available at the door. At this point, they will be available at the door. The seating is over 600 for that particular theater. So we think that will be good enough to house our crowd that comes. This is the Christmas Ballet. Act 1, Nativity. Act 2, Christmas Cheer. Friday night at 7, Saturday matinee at 2. Tickets will be available at the door. This is in the new Bradley High School Fine Arts Center.
And it's a wonderful facility.
Yes.
And folks, this is just a wonderful way to kick off the Christmas holidays. Is just to come and watch these.
That's all ages. All ages. Our advertising says. Kick off your holidays with a kickstart.
Well, that's good. With a kickstart. And if anybody has any questions, they can call the Cleveland Ballet at.
Please do. 472-0167.
Okay, and someone will be there to answer the phone. And also, the Cleveland Ballet is located down at the old woolen mill.
We're in the 2nd floor of the old woolen mill. Yes, we are. We're just tickled to be there. We found this particular place, and the floors are wooden. Wooden beams, wooden joists, it's all wooden. Well, for dancers, that's just perfect.
Yes.
It's like a tennis player finding a clay court.
There you go.
That's exactly. Connie, thank you so much for being on with us. And we're so excited about this. And folks, Friday night, 7 o'clock, Saturday night, 2 o'clock, Bradley Fine Arts Center. Don't miss it. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about another musical event that's happening. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Connie, thank you so much.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
And we are back,
Yes.
and it's so good to be back with you all. And we have with us Don Bendrum, who has Tudor's Music, but he also is the director of the Greater Cleveland Community Bands. Bands. There's more than one, okay? And Don, it's great to have you with us today.
Great to be back.
And you're going to talk to us about something that you've got that's going to come right after Miss Connie, something else you all can do to continue the Christmas spirit.
On Tuesday, November 13th, over at First Baptist Church on Stewart Road, the Greater Cleveland Community Bands will present our program that's entitled and Home for Christmas, A Veteran's Story.
Right.
Oh.
And what we do with this program, it's a program that I put together and wrote, and we had so many emails about doing this again. Most of our programs are one-shot deals, but
Right.
this one, people asked to see it again and to bring more people to see it. It's going to be a signature program, I think. But what we do is we travel through the history of the United States from the Revolutionary War to the present with letters from the war front to home during Christmas time.
And it's set to music from that era.
Right. We do. We
It's
start out
wonderful.
talking about the building of America and why we're here and how our forefathers came here and what we fought for to be here and to be what we are today. And then we travel through Revolutionary War, on through to the Civil War, then to World War I, World War II, Korean conflict, Vietnam conflict. If you have a veteran, if you are a friend of a veteran or a spouse of a veteran or your grandfather or uncle or cousin, this is the program to attend because this program will touch them and remind them of why they were there, why they were fighting for us, and remind us how they felt being without us during their time of service.
Absolutely. And it's Tuesday night the 13th, which is the day after Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
Very appropriate that Don scheduled it for that day.
Very.
And there's one thing I want to tell everybody. This concert is free. F-R-E-E, capital letters, free. You do not pay to get in the concert.
No.
Now, we will have some buckets out if you'd like to make donations.
Right. There'll be an opportunity to make a donation.
Right. But the concert is free.
Concert is free, and we don't like to interrupt what we're doing through the program. We want to envelop you in the time and what we're doing and try and move you emotionally with our music and the story that's being told by Dr. Jim Burns from Lee University. He's got a great billowing voice.
Oh, he's a
for
wonderful
the story
narrator.
that we're telling.
Wonderful.
We travel through the eras of each war, each new letter telling a new part, each piece of music corresponding to the letter content, and then we do what I call time warp music to bring us to the next era, to the next war. At the end, there's a letter that's written that I bet to this day has yet to be written. It's a letter, after you've gone through all this, after Dr. Burns has read all these letters, there's a letter that's yet to be written, and that letter is from the veteran to the flag.
Oh, Oh,
We
neat.
conclude the program with a letter from the veteran to the flag about his time of service and why he served under the flag. So I think that will really tie the program together and remind everybody why we are what we are, why we're the greatest country on earth, and why our veterans and our servicemen fight for us and fight for their freedom and fight for our families, even through the holidays.
And folks,
I bet there won't be a dry eye in
oh, there
the house.
won't. You know, and even those of us playing in the band have these Kleenex stuck in our music folders and everything. You know, it's okay. We'll get through it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful presentation. One of the songs that I love, and by the way, I play last chair flute. Isn't that right, Don?
Yes.
Last chair. I don't care.
The chair's got her name on it.
It does. It's the last
got a
chair in the
plaque.
flute section. But one of my favorites in there, and it's a kind of a tough one to play, is Red Baron.
Right.
But the reason I like it is because you have the trombones and you have the trumpets and you have these other things in there. Everybody's fighting each other, and you hear it. You hear the aircraft in the air doing their little routines, and it's just awesome.
The Red Baron is reflective of World War I. And the Jennies and of course the Red Baron during that time. And what we have with the trombones and the trumpets and the flutes and the clarinets is we actually try to visualize for you musically the dogfight in the air.
Yes, yeah. And it really does. I mean, sometimes those of us playing instruments get so involved in listening to it, we forget that our part's coming up. You know. And my last year flute part's not very much. It's kind of doot, doot.
Well, you guys are the machine guns.
But we're the machine guns, and so, you know, if sometimes we miss fire because we're listening to everybody else, you know. But it's just wonderful. And there's a plug we need to put in, Don, right here, is that the Greater Cleveland Community Concert, and we say bands with an S because we have a stage band.
Right.
And we have a jazz band, and we have the concert band. And so I want Don to plug a minute because Christmas is coming up, and you all might need some music for a Christmas party.
Right. Yeah. We have it's basically a music department without a music building.
Yes, that's what it is.
We're hosted for rehearsal over at Cleveland High School, but within our group we have woodwind quartets, woodwind quintets, brass choirs, soloists, ensembles of all different sizes and all different shapes, and all musical things. We've got a nice little jazz trio we do which features Damien Sidopoulos, with Mika Robertson on drums.
Oh, she's awesome.
Sheffy on bass, Sheffy Gregory on bass. And that small little trio is just perfect for small events like dinners and luncheons and things that you might have as an organization. And everything that you do, that if you choose to make a donation to our organization, is tax deductible. And it goes to a good cause. These programs, I mean, these programs cost a little bit to put on. We've got to purchase the music. We have to pay for the space that we're having the program in. We've got to put the programs together. You know, so we have all that to do. But it's a service to our community, and it's a way that, as musicians, we can give back for the gift that our schools provide us. And it's one of our biggest things. We want to advocate that there is a purpose for music education in our schools.
Yes.
I mean, there's very few elementary schools that actually have instrumental music. Blythe Bower is one of them, which feeds directly to Cleveland Middle School, which feeds directly to Cleveland High School. So there's opportunity for kids. I call them popcorn kids. You know, something to latch on that makes you put up with the rest of the periods in the school day and the reason why you're there. For some folks, that ends up being history, science, or math, or whatever their favorite class is. For some folks, it's because they're on a sporting events team. But for us, for arts people, it's great to be in the art classroom, and it's great to be in band, and that's why we put through it. And that's what we try to advocate, and that's what we give our support to. We've got high school students in our group. I think the youngest this year is like 14 or 15. The oldest person we've got is like 87. You know, so it's a large group of different kind of people with a variety of talents. We only meet once a week, which means we got to get 12 songs together in less than 8 weeks and put on a program. Yeah, we cook.
These people work hard.
And folks, anytime anybody wants to volunteer, now we'll take a break. The 13th, that's Tuesday night, is the concert, and then we'll take a break until after the
when we
first
come
of
back
the
in
year.
January,
And now let's talk about that just a little bit. We're going to come back in January, and we're going to do...
We're going to do our next program, which is another program we got a bunch of emails on, and we're working towards an invitation we've received. That program is about the Civil War. And that program is called April 1865.
And it's an awesome program, too.
One Nation Under God. And what we do is we talk about Cleveland and Bradley County during that time. We also latch what we had ongoing here at Cleveland, Bradley County with what went on in Atlanta, what went on throughout the war. We tie it all together. And here's a bit of irony that people don't know. At the corner of Ocoee and 8th in 1862, a fellow named Hazard Bearer was shot and wounded during a retreat of the Union. He was a Union soldier defending his fellow comrades as they retreated against the oncoming Confederates. He was shot and wounded at the corner of Ocoee and 8th Street. Then he was taken by the Hardwick family in, where he perished at the Hardwick home. The history doesn't say how long it was that he was there, but he perished there, and it does say that the Hardwick family cared for him as if he were one of their own. Here we are, a Union soldier being cared for within Confederate territory. He was buried at the Confederate enclosure, and the citizens of Bradley County, Cleveland, gathered enough funds to give him a headstone with his name on it. He's one of only 2 or 3 with a headstone at the Confederate enclosure at Fort Hill Cemetery.
Wow.
The Rogers family put a cedar tree at the head of his headstone, which grew 50 years later to encompass the entire Confederate enclosure there, with the 270 buried Confederate soldiers unknown.
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 Okay.
270 are there in that enclosure unknown. The shade was there on June 3rd, 1911. June 3rd, 1911, the Daughters of the Confederacy gathered some funds together, at that time about $3,000, today which is roughly $70,000, to have a monument dedicated. That monument was dedicated at the corner of Ocoee, Lay Street, and 8th. Right there, the same place where Hazard Bearer was shot and wounded. So you have a story about the blood of the Union soldier with a commemorative monument put over his blood to commemorate the Confederacy. One Nation, Under God, April 1865.
And this is what we have been invited to represent the state of Tennessee in Gettysburg at the 150th anniversary. You hate to say anniversary of something like a Civil War, but 150th celebration, whatever you want.
Celebration of the conclusion
of the Civil War, and the band would love to go. Funding is an issue, so we're
working on that.
We're working on that. We're writing grants and calling people and doing what we can. But let's go back now, because we just have a few minutes before we have to go to commercial break, to Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yes.
7 o'clock. First Baptist Church on Stewart Road. Bring the family, bring the friends, bring a veteran.
Absolutely, bring a veteran.
Bring a veteran. And we're going to have Cleveland State's bringing their vocal rhapsody under the direction of Karen Dale. They're going to feature a couple of songs. It's always great because we try to have a different flavor. The concert band will be there. The stage band will be there. They're going to the stage band represents the World War II era.
Right.
Karen and her group will give us a little bit of pop music and a little bit of traditional Christmas music. The concert band will tie it all together. It's going to be one great program. It's a family-oriented program. It's going to remind us what a great nation we have and how important it is for us to serve and to recognize those who serve us.
Absolutely. And the program is about an hour and...
We run a little bit over an hour on this one.
About an hour and 10 minutes, right.
So I think it's 72 minutes the last time.
But you'll be entertained the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean...
oh, yeah, you won't even know it's an hour.
No, it'll move right on through. So, Don, thank you so much for being on with us today.
Thanks for letting us do this.
It's
great.
Free, folks. We want you to understand it's free. All you have to do is get in your car and drive out to First
We'd love
Baptist
to have
Church.
you out there, fill up the auditorium at the First Baptist.
But contributions will be appreciated.
Right. Contributions will be.
Yes.
Yeah, bring your wallet.
We want to your checkbook.
Your checkbook.
Yeah. We don't take plastic, but other than that,
But we want to send the band.
Yeah, we'd like to go
to recognize Tennessee. That is a phenomenal honor.
Yeah.
It really
especially when I get the email about I just wrote the story. I do what we call edutainment. I try to find an interesting story to bring our audience together to transport them with us musically, rather than just have a sit-down concert. You can attend a sit-down concert and listen to Lee University. They're wonderful. You can go and listen to your kids at their sit-down concert or halftime show, at our schools. So what would entice you to come to hear us? We're just a bunch of amateurs who used to be in school. So we have these stories that we tell to try and involve you emotionally in our music, involve you emotionally in the story that we're telling, and teach you something at the same time and make you feel good and feel proud about being a member of our community.
And that is great, Don.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, First Baptist Church on Stewart Road. Don't go away. We'll be right back with some more community events for you. Don, thank you so much. Really, I hope we have a big
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
And we are back.
Yes,
and it's
we
so
are.
good to be back with you. You know, we started out with a bang, literally.
Yeah, literally.
We would like to say to you all that, you know, the dogs, most of the dogs that we bring on here have been at the shelter in a cage, and they come in here, and Brene and I are not the calmest people in the world, so a lot of times we're wooling around with the dogs and everything, so they're a little active when we get them on the stage. So
it's not really their because they said like Earl
Mm-hmm.
had been so calm at the shelter, and then you know they get out, and it's a stressful situation for them to be in the shelter because there's just all sorts of stuff happening there, and when they get out, they're just like, whoa.
Yeah, and that's what they were
Yeah.
this morning. They were just,
But
woo.
weren't they cute?
So they were darling. They were
I
darling.
loved Earl.
And Otis was precious. Of course, we don't know why everybody wants to sit in Renee's lap, but that's okay.
They know I love them.
They do. Okay, now we're going to get your paper and pencil out because we're getting ready to tell you some things.
Lots of stuff
Lots
going
of
on.
stuff. Today at 11 o'clock, the Restore, the new Habitat Restore up on North Lee Highway will be having their grand opening, ribbon cutting, whatever, and the store will be 25% off.
Hot dog.
And it's already a deal there.
Yes.
And so you need to run up there about 11 o'clock or a little after and go in and see. They've got trees up, they've got decorations, they've got everything. Now, you know, the Red Ribbon is having their open house Saturday from 10 to 4, and you need to come by and see us then, so don't spend all your money up at Habitat, but you do need to get up there. That's today at 11 o'clock, they'll have their grand opening.
Aren't they having some refreshments too? I thought I heard something.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yes, probably so.
Anyway, okay, now to do your good deed, the community food drive, Friday is the last day to donate. So it's Cleveland Helping Cleveland, Southern Heritage Bank, take all of your non-perishable food items there. And, you know, times are tough, and it's supposed to be a cold winter.
Yes, it is.
So, you know, take everything you can.
Yes, Flavis is trying to run over the woolly worms in the road, but so that they won't indicate more snows, but so far he's...
Oh, but I like snow.
I do too, but I think he's just gotten 3 woolly worms so far. Okay, now tonight at 7:30 and tomorrow night at 7:30, but now really you need to go to Connie's production, and then Saturday at 7:30. See, on Saturday you could go to the Connie's Ballet and then go to Big River.
Yes.
Being presented by the Lee University Theater Group. Folks, this is a wonderful Broadway musical. It's the story of Mark Twain and Huckleberry Finn, and it's Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn, excuse me, and the box office, 614-8343. So call, and it is recommended for all ages, so it's a great family event.
Yes. Okay, and this is a note for the holiday season. Families at or below the poverty line with children 12 years of age or younger, and seniors 60 years of age and older are invited to register for the Angel Tree program. That's the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program. And registration, November the 7th was the last day.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we're so sorry. That was yesterday.
That. But we talked
But.
Yes.
Call down there and
yes.
if there's a problem, if you did not know that.
Yes, there. Okay, and well, I'll go on the Salvation Army's 3rd annual, I love this name, Jingle Bell Jog.
I think that's wonderful.
Of course, I'm not jogging
I'm not
anywhere.
jogging either.
It's a 5K and a 1-mile walk will be held December the 1st at Tinsley Park. So we'll be giving you more information about that.
Yes, because that one's coming on down the road just a little bit.
Okay.
And then yesterday afternoon, Judy Baker, who's been on with us before, wonderful storyteller, sent me this email. The Cleveland Storytelling Guild will present Telebration, an evening of storytelling, on Friday, that's tomorrow, November the 9th, in the Fellowship Hall of First Presbyterian Church on Ocoee Street in Cleveland, and the stories will begin at 7 p.m. Admission is free, but here again, that's another one of those things. These are 501c3 organizations. Yeah. Donations will be accepted, gladly accepted, she says.
Yes.
Local and regional storytellers will be sharing some of their best stories as part of the worldwide celebration of storytellers. So you can either call Judy at 479-7887 or email her, and I love this, tell1@bellsouth.net. I've had
now,
Judy's email for a long time.
Yeah,
Tell1. That is a really great
cool.
email for a storyteller.
Yes. And this is something that, if y'all don't subscribe to the banner, you really need to.
Yes, you really
we
do.
get all of our information from
Absolutely.
that. We just share it. But anyway, I thought this was so neat. It's a miniature and fairy garden workshop. If you're a gardener, I mean, I think this just sounds wonderful. It's going to be at Bryant's Garden Center, and it's Saturday, November the 10th, and it starts at 9:30 a.m., and it says, create your own miniature fairy garden at this fun hands-on workshop. You have to make reservations. The phone number is, now this is an easy one too, 479-9999.
Okay,
Can you remember that? 479-9999.
I think I got that.
I like that. But anyway, I think that just sounds like a really
fun
thing
I think
to
it
do.
does too. Fairy gardens are big right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I'm so up to here in
Well,
dogs. I don't know
I know.
anything
Dogs
else.
don't have fairy gardens. Okay. Now tonight, and this is probably a little messy night, and it's chilly, but this is something I wish we could figure out how to do in Cleveland. But Main Street Dayton presents Christmas in Downtown, and you enjoy strolling and shopping through downtown Dayton as the merchants and vendors kick off the holiday shopping center. Door prizes, entertainment, open house with refreshments, and Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. And so for more information, now you'll have to call 423, and because this is Dayton, it's across the river, 423-775-2345 or 423-775-9847 to get some more information about this. And it's from 5 until 9 tonight. So you might want to call and check on that and just go right across that bridge over there and go into downtown Dayton.
Have a fun evening.
Right, and stroll around.
Okay, to honor our veterans, the AARP Driver Safety Classroom course is available free to veterans, or save 50% on the online course. You'll learn proven safety strategies and could save money on your car insurance. I keep thinking I need to sign up for that.
My mother took that a couple of times, and she did get a discount.
Well, hot diggity.
That's
I think
right.
maybe I'll call
That's
them.
right.
Okay. It's available November the 13th and 14th only, and get your pen ready. Okay, call 559-6887 for reservations, which are required.
That's right.
But I think that's a great thing.
It is.
We
And
don't
honest
do
to
enough.
goodness.
We also don't do enough for our veterans.
No, we do not. No, we do not. They should be paid what professional football players are paid, and vice versa. But that's a whole nother program.
We'll climb off that soapbox.
Yes, we will. So the Kiwanis Club is having the Daddy and Daughter and Mother and Son dance Friday night. It's from 6 to 9 at the Cleveland YMCA. Now, I love this. It's $10 a person, but $5 per third person. So, basically it's $20 for your couple. And then if you have some more sons or daughters that need to go, the way this reads, it's $5 a head for that. So I think that's great. And no matter the age, bring your child to the Kiwanis Daddy and Daughter and Mother and Son dance. And you can purchase tickets at River Valley Ag Credit on Keith Street and Bank of Cleveland main office. And for more information, here it is, 605-9239. And that's the Daddy and Daughter and Mother and Son dance at the Y, Friday night.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, it does.
Okay, Cleveland State is hosting a Veterans Day event. I'm the veteran person today.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
How about that?
I know it.
Well, you sat there next to Dawn, so it rubbed off.
That's right. Okay, along with the Veterans Affairs Department, along with the Social Work Club, will co-sponsor a Veterans Day ceremony again this year on the main campus, Monday, November the 12th at 11 a.m. in front of the Quinton Lane Museum.
Well, there you go.
Where did that come from?
Quinton Lane would be proud. Okay.
He would. It's actually a gymnasium.
Yes.
Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that, Quentin.
That's right.
Okay. The event will give honor and recognition to those members of Cleveland State's faculty, staff, and student body, as well as community members who have served and who are serving in the armed forces. So there'll be some musical entertainment and presentation of the colors by Bradley Central's ROTC program.
Right.
So, yeah, that sounds good. The community's invited, and for more information, you can contact Ray Goad at 472-7141, extension 265.
And that should be nice. Now, one little thing I want to tell you about the Tuesday night band, Greater Cleveland Community Concert Association band thing, is that Vocal Rhapsody from Cleveland State will be there, and they're going to sing the salute to the armed forces. They're going to mention the 4 branches of the armed forces and the Coast Guard, which is under the Department of the Treasury. But anyway, that's the 5 branches of the service, okay? And so if you are a veteran at the time they sing that, they're going to ask you to stand up during your fight song. So we can all go,
yay!
So you need to be sure to be there.
Yes.
Now, Lee University Presidential Concert Series, November the 12th, and that is Monday. The Siberian Virtuosi. And that's at 7:30 at the Dixon Center, an evening like no other, absolutely unique. And ticket information, 614-8343. And the box office is open weekdays from 3 to 6. And I'm, just if I don't get this right, then don't blame Lee University. But I think all of their performances are free, but you must have a ticket.
Generally, that's what it is.
So generally, that's true. So I'm going to assume that the Virtuosi is free, but it looks like a large group of people with violins, violas, and it should be very interesting.
Yes. And this is not really an event that's happening that you go to, but I think this is absolutely fabulous. If you subscribe to the Banner and you have been reading the series of stories, and I think it is just wonderful. It's called Memories of Yesteryear, and Mr. Delk is 90 years old, and he's talking about how life was in rural America, and let's see, during the period between the 2 great wars, World War I and World War II, which was really an innocent time.
It was.
I love to read books and stuff about that time.
And we thought that the Great War had happened at the end of World War I, and then that lovely gentleman Hitler came along and that took care of that. So
anyway, all of his columns, his articles, have been put together in a book. And it's life throughout the 20s and 30s. And you know, my mother used to buy all those books, and she'd go back and she'd reminisce and everything. And to me, it's a time gone by. And if we don't put it on paper, it's going to be forgotten.
That's right.
Because, you know,
Absolutely.
people are gone. Anyway, you can get a copy of this by calling the author at 472-2664. And it should be available in bookstores soon. So, I mean, it's a published book. It's not just one that's like stapled together and everything. And if you want, he will be happy to personally autograph a copy.
How
I think
wonderful.
that's sweet. I mean, the way he writes, it's just...
He's really good.
He
and
is.
I'm really
He is.
glad that they're going to put this together in book form.
And he was a resident of Cleveland. So it's not just the country.
It's not a global.
It's like what happened here. And I think that's just great.
Now, for those of you that have not seen him in the 4 other times he has been to Cleveland, Travis LeDoit, who is known internationally as the best young Elvis, will be coming back on November the 15th. That's a Thursday night. Junior Achievement will be bringing him back, and the BECU is sponsoring him. Bless your hearts, folks. We appreciate that so much. All the proceeds will go to Junior Achievement. And honest to goodness, folks, I've seen the first 2 times Travis was here, Evening Shade, and then Allied Arts brought him in, and then I handed him off to Junior Achievement, and he's been here twice. He is so entertaining.
Oh, he is.
He is
you
so
close
wonderful.
Well, you don't even have to close your eyes.
He's
but I
Elvis.
mean, you look, and
he's Elvis in
when he
the
was
60s.
there at Evening Shade, I thought I would die. There were women
that
were just, I mean, you thought he was Elvis.
Well, that's what Flavia
so,
said to me. He said, does she think that's Elvis? Elvis is dead. He is that good, folks.
He
and
is.
I'll tell you,
it's like reincarnated.
It is. And if you've already seen him once or twice, come on and buy your tickets. I have tickets at the Red Ribbon. Come on and buy your tickets and watch the audience.
Yeah.
Because that's almost as good as Travis.
I
mean, Travis is wonderful, and it's going for a very, very good cause. So
Yes.
we have one more quick little thing because we're just about to come up to the end of the show.
Yes, FOLA will hold that's Friends of the Library, will hold its Book and Coffee series November the 16th. We'll give you more information about that because that's next week, yes. And then November the 10th at 11 in the Storytime Room, the Tween Monthly Movie will be Fantasia, Disney's Fantasia. I love that movie.
Oh, my goodness. That was
Can
so,
I
that was
scrunch down?
I don't know.
Anyway,
You might be able to.
I know. And the Tween Zone Book Chatter will be reading and discussing The Willoughbys by Lois Lowry on November 16th. So anyway, and they will be closed Monday.
Yes, they're going to close for Veterans Day.
Yes. So that's...
And I will tell you that the new president of Junior Achievement, Tracy McCartney, who was on with a witch's hat a couple of weeks ago, and you probably couldn't see her because we were all fighting these things that we were wearing. But anyway, Tracy will be here with us next Thursday to talk about Elvis, and we're not going to make her wear a witch's hat, so you could see her and know who she is. And we also have scheduled Pete Vanderpool, who has written a book, and he's also... Children, cover your ears. He's also the Santa at the mall. Don't tell anybody I said that. Folks, this has been a fun show.
Yes.
We've wrestled dogs. We've talked about the great things happening.
And we'll have dogs next week, too.
And we will have dogs next week, too. But remember, Cleveland Ballet, Friday night and Saturday, and the concert for the Greater Cleveland Community Band, Tuesday night, free.
Yes.
So we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will. And it's been fun.
It has been a fun show.
I'm ready to take
and
a
we're
nap.
worn out.
We are.
So goodbye, folks.
Goodbye.